quarterback sounded a little low when he was talking loud.
Well, because he saw you in here. Isaac Anderson, Jada Byers from Virginia Union, and of course, Dr. Alvin Parker, the head coach of Virginia Union University, the Panthers. Very special season last year, I know, and I know that you got the ring to show it and everything. And you don't want to talk about what you did in the past, but we have to acknowledge, CIAA Coach of the Year, 2023 Black College Football Hall of Fame Coach of the Year, and like we said earlier, first CIAA football championship for Virginia Union since 2001, and the list goes on and on and on. And that was great, and I congratulate you again, and I know how hard you have worked. And I know, as I mentioned, there was a reason I mentioned that 1917, because that shows the standard that Virginia Union has had for so many years, and so many players. Everybody thinks Union so much about basketball, but if you know your sports, if you know your HBC, you know your CIAA, Virginia Union University and the Joe Taylors of the world and yada, Mr. Scott that played back in the Dallas Cowboys, right. Herb Scott, yada, yada, yada. It's a great history. And so you're just carrying it on and got another diamond in there. So I just want to congratulate you.
I appreciate it, Stan, definitely.
But that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year. And thank God for all of those accolades. Thank God for putting us in position to reach a lot of the goals that we reached last year. So, I'm extremely happy with where we are. But, I think I'm a little more happy with where we're going. Kind of after we finished the season last year, we had, we just focused. Our focus was on, retention, recruiting, and repeating. And that's kind of where we were at. And to correct some of those stats from earlier, we have the #1 defense. I just don't think they totaled that last game from John C. Smith in, but if you look at the numbers, our defense was #1. Coach Pointer was the assistant coach of the year. We didn't give up one rushing touchdown all regular season.
Sure didn't.
So we have the #1 defense, and we have 9 starters coming back from that defense. So just to correct that, and I think I heard someone else say that they had the best running back in the league. We have the 3 best running backs in the league. So I just want to make sure we correct that before we kind of go any further with the rest of your questions. But, I want to make sure that the record is pretty clear with those.
We know who the best is, right? 4,000.
We have the 3 best.
3,000.
The 3 best.
Yeah, and sometimes you count him as 2 people. 4,000 yards rushing in the career total, and so he's on the precipice. I stayed up late last night trying to figure this out. Let me do this. Andre Braxton, you remember Andre Braxton?
Played alongside him.
5,000 yards rushing. Bobby Phillips at 4,086, according to my math and somebody's notes. So okay. Sorry. And then a certain somebody that I'm not going to call his name, 4,116. So he's got a chance to be definitely #2 all-time school and probably end up being #1 if he does what he's been doing.
Correct. I told him I'm going to pull him out a yard before he gets to break the record.
For Braxton, freshman teammate? Oh, that's bad. But Braxton will appreciate that.
Love him to death, but he's definitely chasing that record, and I think he's going to get it.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you because, just because. Isaac, Coach mentioned the numbers of defense, and you can turn numbers a lot of times however you want to, but I believe in what I see, okay? And y'all didn't give nobody anything. Mindset was like that all season long, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. That's how we come to practice. We come to practice to not let our offense run the ball. Like, think about it. We got to go against him every day. You think I want to see him make all of my defense look silly?
And you got to hear about it, right?
Yes, sir. So that's really how we come in the game. We come into practice ready to get better, and then we come in the game ready to not let anybody score on us. That's the main goal. Don't score. And
this isn't no score. This isn't disrespectful to anybody, but a lot of times practices are harder than the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For you guys.
Yes, sir. For sure.
And that's the standard he set, but that's the standard you carry out.
Yes, sir.
60 tackles, a bunch of sacks. What do you do well as a player defensively?
Defensively, I would say just showing up, honestly, because my presence, just being in the room, going to make everybody just change and play better, honestly. Just how I carry myself, especially when I walk on that field. Like, when I get on that field, it's just peace and fun. You're not finna ruin my peace and fun. And if you're trying to ruin my peace and fun, you're gonna get the draft. You don't win the draft. Yes, sir.
See, can I go ahead and tell?
Yes,
Can I say it? Can I tell?
Yes, sir.
See, you're a psych major.
Yes, sir.
You're a psych major. So you got that mind game going on people too, don't you? See, you look all nice today, and you're in the suit, and you booted and suited, and I know. But see, you play that mind game on people, and then you try to knock the crap out of them, don't you? I know. I've been there. That's why I love you. All right, okay. There's enough records to go around. The one thing I'm going to say to you, and I'm going to let you just talk, is we are so proud of you for what you do, for what you've done off the field. You took the opportunity was given to you, and you did not, and you don't do it in games, and you don't do it in life, you did not fumble a ball. What does Virginia Union mean to you?
What Virginia Union mean to me is family. Like, that's just one big happy family that I was happy to join when I got the chance to join it. I wouldn't trade on them for the world if somebody gave me the chance. So I just feel as though that's one big family I have.
A lot of people told you no, or you couldn't do it. You've proved them wrong.
Of course, that's one thing I always stood by. People look at you because you may be small, you may be too little. I tell people, would you rather have a 6'4" running back that's going to give you 50 yards, or would you have a 5'7" running back that's going to get you 150 yards?
Yeah, well, you certainly done it. I mean, 5 times you carried the ball 20 times or more a season ago, 6 100-yard games, 247 against Elizabeth City, and who can forget the big, 300 and something down at Valdosta 2 years ago. You won a championship ring, you're close to graduating, so all the things you wanted to do at Virginia Union, you've been able to do, don't you think?
Yes, sir.
What's left for you?
Just finish whatever God got planned for me. I tell everybody every day, God wrote my story. I'm just living the actions.
What's it like when I'm giving all these numbers, and I'm shortchanging you to a time, but we could talk about a lot of things. But what's it like for you? You're a marked man. You are a marked man. Everybody's trying to gear their defense to knock you out the ball game. How do you avoid that? And the numbers are crazy when we talk about, like I said, 5 times you carried the ball more than 20 times. 6 plus 150-yard rushing game. I can go on. How do you prepare yourself and then go out and perform?
The way I prepare myself is going against the best defense we got in the CIAs. It's not that hard. And also, I go back and study film with my coach, my running back coach, Rylan. I always look at the things I do wrong every year. I don't praise none of the things I did good. And that's what I come back and do, and fix the things I did wrong and go against the best defense in the CI that I see every day.
49 touchdowns for the offense last year. Can the offense get better?
Of course. There's always room to get better. It's never just a standard where we're going to be doing and be completed with last year what we did. We're trying to focus on doing what we got to do to get better than last year.
One time did the team score over 20 points this past season. That was in the NCAA's Kutztown. So as a defense, can it get better?
Oh, yes, sir. Our defense, that's what we key on the most, is getting better. Everybody get better. Everybody make each other better. You got Will Davis. You got Shamar Graham. They challenge. I'm challenging them, saying I'm telling them, oh, I'm gonna get more tackles than you. What? They talk about, oh yeah, you're nuts if you think you're gonna get more tackles than me. So that's really what make us fly to the ball. Everybody, it's not really a stat game, but that's how we have.
Meet
fun
me at the
into
quarterback.
It. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's how we have. Yeah, meet me at the quarterback. That's how D-line think. I look at Ja, be like, hey, I'll see you down there in the backfield. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And it carries over, like you said, you can see it in practice, you see it in the game.
Oh, yes, sir.
What was it like for both of you? What was it like, since I've got you, and then I'm going to go put some time on Coach, what was it like to finally, as we talked about the numbers and when you last to win that CIAA championship? What was it like for both of you? What was it like for your school?
I felt as though it was great. It brought more light to our city that we had. I felt as though we had that dark cloud that we just couldn't get past. Like, I felt as though we just kept raining on us. We was getting there, kept getting closer. And then that time we did it, I felt as though the storm just went over top of us and we had to do what we had to do.
Same thing. Yes, sir. That's all for real, honestly.
Is he the leader? Is he the cool leader? And y'all protect him so make sure nobody hit him? Because he just said, and you just say, okay, good.
Nah, I mean, that's Jada Byers.
and is it okay if I say it? He's a bad man, ain't he?
Yes, sir.
When you've got guys like this that you can put on the field and you can walk around campus and you can get on the bus with, it's got to make you feel a little better to know program's in good hands?
Well, this is my most veteran team I've had. If you really go down the roster, this is my COVID group. So they're a little bit more special because they had to fight through a little bit more things to kind of get to where they are today. And of those guys, these guys are on track to graduate. About 18 of them are going into grad school this fall. So this is a special group just because of that. So, and you look around, and for the first time, these guys are talked a lot about, CIAA championships and things like that. But this year, these guys are talking about national championships.
Yeah.
So that's the message that's going around our building right now, and I like to hear it. So it's easy to coach guys when everybody's focused on the national championship. So it's been a pleasure.
Opening season at Kentucky State, September 21st, Smith got Shaw, Winston-Salem State game with Taylor, but I left it out purposely. The Hampton game, the Joe Taylor Bowl on September 7th. Hampton and Virginia Union, I mean, that just sounds good. I mean, that goes back to one of those original CIAA schools in Hampton and Virginia Union. So how special is that to play Hampton for you guys? I know it's just another game, but it's not just another game.
No game is just another game, so to speak. Hampton is always a challenge. It's always a great thing for the fans. It's a bunch of build-up. We're about maybe 65 miles apart, so it's a lot of build-up with that. We sell it out, and the last few times we've been down there, it's been more still in my room than it has been anything else. But the challenge that we face with the whole schedule, I think, is going to be something for us. That we look at. And again, I know. And it's so cliche when people say it, we're going to take one game at a time, we're going to take one game at a time. We're taking it one day at a time. We want to get better every day in practice. We want to enjoy the process. So when we get to those games, it's kind of second nature. And that's what we did last year. And we looked up and we won 10 ball games. So, we want to make sure we exceed those goals. And I want to get these guys what they're talking about. They're all talking about national championships. So my focus as a coach got to make sure that, I deliver that for them guys and deliver quality for those guys every single day that provide them with a national championship level coaching staff, a bunch of national championship level players that are going to be on the team, and because we got a national championship level administration, and they want to see us get there as well.
Say hello to President for me when you get a chance. Saw Coach Taylor. That ring looks good. You want to get another one?
Yes, sir.
You try to get another one? Site major, I told you, but where's hometown and what we're doing when we graduate, real quick?
Hometown is Gifford, Florida. And when I graduate, Lord's willing, I want to go pro, whatever God got planned for me. But I'm definitely going to be in my community helping my peoples out for sure.
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Don't forget a brother now when you get there, too.
I'm not.
Mr. Byers, sir.
Jada Byers from Jersey in social work, and I already got a business called Life Worth Living that I support.
Say that again. They didn't hear it.
I said I already have a business, social work business that I got back home called Life Worth Living. What we do, we send kids for summer school and go to schools and talk to kids about life. That's it.
You're a man. You guys are good. Hey, appreciate you both. Continued success. We'll see. Like I said, Kentucky State, Hampton, John C. Smith, Shaw, Winston-Salem. There's a lot of Tays, a lot of big lights are coming on, but you guys can certainly handle it. VUU, right?
Absolutely.
VUU.
Play for 11.
Huh?
Play for 11, but 12 now, but play for 11.
Play for 11, exactly. Thank you so very much. Isaac Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Jada Byers, and head coach, the coach of the year in black college football, and also the CIAA coach of the year, Dr. Alvin Parker. Thank you, gentlemen, and good luck to you.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.